Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I've got October favorites today, and I have like a number of makeup products in here. A lot of them are actually repeats from September. So I thought I would talk about some other things. Lisa Eldridge actually inspired me to talk about a few other things because she just did like a kind of like a favorites, but just some like recent finds and some other things. Anyway, she just talked about like a whole bunch of kind of like random stuff, of course, all beauty related. And I thought, you know, I have a couple of things that I've been really, really loving that isn't necessarily makeup, that I've been really loving this past month. So I thought I would mention those. So if you're interested in hearing what I've been loving this past month and recently, then just keep on watching. So like I mentioned in my intro, I was watching Lisa Eldridge, and she actually mentioned something that she loved and has loved for a very long time. And she said that she had this one product for 12 years and was kind of embarrassed that she still had the same exact one. And I was thinking back on mine, and I've actually had mine for 15 years. And I am talking about the Aqua's hair towel. I'm going to show, now don't judge. So it's 15 years old. It has gone through the wash many, many times, but it's basically like a hair turban. And you put like the rounded end onto your hair. And then I just kind of flip my hair over. I put this on like towards the back. This is basically on the nape of my neck here, this button. And then you twist this up and then you pull it like over your head. And then there's a little hook here basically. And you just hook that onto the button. Now, I don't think this is like a new concept anymore. I think that there are a ton of like towel turban type situations out there. But like I said, I've had this for 15 years. I got this on my birthday when I turned 30. I am 45. So at the time, this was, again, I don't think it was revolutionary. I mean, I think there were towels like this, but it was the first, at least that I remember, that was like microfiber. So it really, really soaked up all the water in your hair so that when you brought your hair down from this, it was like kind of like 75%, 80% dry, like so much better than just like wrapping a towel in your hair or kind of like shimming it dry. Awesome. I absolutely love this. And so I was watching her video and I was sitting there loving my little Aqua's turban, and it was almost like the law of attraction. It was almost like I was thinking about it and thinking about when I got it. And, you know, I just had all these loving thoughts about this hair turban. And then like magically in my inbox, I got an email from Aqua's, and I was like I really thought like I had been being watched, that someone was like listening to my thoughts. I didn't know what was going on. And so basically they were talking about how they were kind of going through a campaign and, you know, what did I want to do a sponsored video? And I said, well, I don't do sponsored videos. But I said, I was just thinking about how much I love your turban, and mine is 15 years old. If you happen to want to send me a new one, I would be happy to talk about it. So they did, and they actually sent me a big box, and inside is like a shampoo, a conditioner, and a pre-wash. And it comes in this like fun like plastic bag. And I haven't even gotten a chance to open this up because this came while I was in New York. And so I just haven't had a chance. So anyway, here's the pre-wash, the wash, and then the leave-in conditioner. So I definitely want to give these a shot, and I will report back to you guys on that. But here is my brand new rapid dry hair turban. I am so excited. So it says hair reclaims strength when dried quickly but gently. And let's just open this up. So it looks like I have a white one. So this used to be like a pale pink. I don't even know if that's coming across on camera. Here is, oh my gosh, my new hair turban. And that's right, this used to be a lot more elastic. So you can see that mine is not elastic anymore. There's no elastic at all. So there's a little bit of an elastic when you purchase a new one. And here's the button and the hook. Thank you so much, Aqua's. I'm so happy that you sent me a brand new one, because I would have gone to the grave with this one. It still works fine. And in fact, I'll probably use this. When this is in the wash, I will surely use this one still, because I just love it so much. So anyway, if you are to purchase a hair turban, know that it will last for at least 15 years. And then the next product is something that was introduced to me by a friend of mine. So this is actually a woman that I work with, and we had traveled far and wide. We actually traveled over to Bainbridge Island off the coast of Seattle. I want to say this was probably 2 years ago. And she had like a migraine going. I don't travel well, so I was just feeling like motion sick. We had to take a plane. We met, and then you have to take a boat over to Bainbridge. And then we got into a car to get to the facility that we were staying at. And this facility, it was so much fun. And the facility is so beautiful. It's called Islandwood, by the way. So beautiful. But it's kind of like this rustic, like camp situation. So we were sleeping indoors. It wasn't that campish, but it was indoors. But we were sleeping in like bunk beds, twin size bunk beds. And they were kind of like log cabin style. I had woken up the next morning after all that travel and sleeping on these bunk beds. I just had like a terrible kind of like neck pain, and I get these tension headaches like right at the base of my skull. So if ever I get a massage, I just ask them to do that like thumb action like right at the base of my skull, and that usually relieves a lot of the pressure. And if I don't get that pressure relieved, I end up getting this awful kind of like tension headache that goes all up and down my head, and I will just, if it gets really bad, I actually end up getting vertigo. That's a whole nother discussion. Anyway, so I'm with my friend there, and she kind of starts whipping out oils and all these things, and she starts like rollerballing stuff all over her. And so I asked her what was going on, and she's like, oh my God, I just have like the worst like tension in my neck, and this stuff really helps, you know, whatever. And I said, oh my God, I do too. So I tried it, and I loved it. Within, I want to say an hour, the tension was gone. And I didn't need it again that weekend, and I had kind of forgotten about it. But since then, obviously, I've gotten that tension back, you know, whether I've traveled or didn't sleep well, or, you know, the pillow I was using was wrong, whatever the case might be. And I always kind of think back to that oil, but I just, you know, it's just a passing thought, and I never take that step to actually purchase it. Well, I was chatting with Natalie over at Flower Bomb 31, and so she actually sells Young Living, and that was the oil that my friend let me borrow, and it was the deep relief version. So I used Natalie's link, which I will leave down below because I don't sell Young Living, but I'll leave Natalie's link down below. This is the deep relief oil. So it comes in this like mailing tube style, and then the oil comes in this roller ball. Now I will say I thought that the oil was a little bit expensive because I've seen other oils in roller balls before, but the potency of this is like extreme. So any other roller balls that I've tried or that I've picked up kind of, you know, in the past, you kind of like sit there and you like roll it on and, you know, 15 minutes passes and you roll it on again and you're like, it's okay, it smells nice, but it's not really doing much. This, I just roll a little bit on either side of like my spine, on either side on my neck, just a little bit. I want to say like a 3 roll, like 1, 2, 3 on either side. And that's enough. And within an hour, if you have like tension headaches back here, gone, absolutely gone. It has a very strong peppermint scent. So let me just kind of summarize the ingredients here. So peppermint oil, lemon oil, balsam Canada needle oil, clove bud oil, balsam resin, coconut oil, etc., etc. It goes on and on. But I've never ever kind of experienced any sort of pain relief in a holistic way than I have with this. And it's just amazing. I want to say it works better. For me, it works better than Advil or Motrin. That's usually what I have to take to kind of get rid of this tension headache. And sometimes that doesn't work. But I used this the other day when I got back from New York. I was experiencing some of that headache. I think it's like the airplane seats. Use this and gone. And my neck has been fine since then. I haven't had any tension problems. So I really, really recommend this deep relief from Young Living. And again, I will leave Natalie's link down below in my description box if you want to purchase this, because you have to purchase this through like a Young Living rep. I think if you go to their website, they either ask you to sign up to be a Young Living rep, which I didn't want to do, or to like go through someone. So anyway, I think that's how you have to purchase it. And I know this is not a new company. This is not a new product. You guys all probably know all about Young Living and their oils, but that was the first time I had ever used it. So I was very, very thrilled. Okay. The next thing I want to mention is my nails. So, I think most of you know I'm a hand knitwear designer, and so I use my hands a lot. I think we all use our hands a lot, either typing or doing housework, but I cannot have like wet nails. I cannot sit around and wait for my nails to dry 10, 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour. I mean, we all know like nails take so long to dry, and it makes me nuts. So for a long time, I was going out and getting my nails done, getting the gel polish because it dries instantly. So, this same friend of mine that introduced me to Young Living, she loves like doing her nails. And so we were on another business trip. Wow, I'm chatty today. We were on another business trip, and this was one that she could drive to. So she brought her whole kind of like nail kit. And so she had like a little UV light, she had her gel polishes, she did my nails, and I couldn't believe how fast and easy it was. Like, it didn't seem like she was making me leave my nails under the UV light quite as long as they make you leave it under the UV light at the salon. I don't know if at the salon they're just trying to make sure that, it's totally cured before they put the next layer on, or maybe they have like older equipment and it just takes a little bit longer. I don't know what the case is, but I was like, I cannot believe how easy and fast that was. So I came home from that business trip and I hopped onto Amazon, and I was actually really surprised at how inexpensive these UV lights were. I think the first time I had started to hear about gel polishes and, the whole UV light situation and all the things that you needed, these UV lights were probably like at least $100. And I thought, well, I'm not that into my nails. So now you can get them for like 30, $35. So I purchased a UV light off of Amazon. This is what it looks like. It is Sun UV, and this was maybe $40 because it had like a higher wattage. I think, I was looking for one with like a higher wattage because I didn't, again, for me, it's like time. It's all about time. And I just didn't want to like have to keep my nails under there for like 4 minutes. So it basically has like timer buttons here, and there isn't even an on-off switch. You just plug it in or unplug it, and that's it. And I've been loving this thing. So just to start, I got like a gel foundation. This is gelish. It's fine. I'm not that experienced with gel polishes, so I don't know if there's like better quality or worse. I'm sure there is. These seem fine so far. And then this top coat by Gelish, I got this as a set, Top It Off. And then my friend, when she was doing my nails, she was using this brand CND, Shellac. So I decided to go with that brand, and I got the color Black Pool. And that's what I've been doing my nails with. And it's so easy, and it's so much faster than having to go to the salon. I mean, even without like all the driving time, it's just so much faster. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't do all the filing and all that kind of crazy stuff that they do. So this is really all you need to start. This and some alcohol. So when you're done doing the polish, if you've never done a gel polish before, even after like the top coat and everything has been cured, there's like a little bit of like weird stickiness to it. So you take the alcohol just to kind of wipe it off, and your nails are like totally dry and ready to go. So I am so happy that I took the plunge. It's one of those things that I'm like, why didn't I do this sooner? This is like so much better. And I have all this amazing nail polish like from Chanel, and I have a Tom Ford that I love. And I just can't even bother using them anymore because it just take too long to dry. It really makes me nuts when I can't use my hands. So I have been loving being able to do it at home. All right, 2 lip products that I want to mention. So I had received some PR from Frank Body, and they're known for like their coffee body scrub, but I have completely fallen head over heels in love with their lip scrub. And I think when I even mentioned it in the PR haul video, I had used this a couple times already and just fell in love. It is like the perfect grittiness. It has the perfect texture. I find any of the lip scrubs I've used before in the past are either too gritty, like it's all just like sugar sitting in oil, and I feel like I have to sit there kind of like over the sink and it just crumbles everywhere, or it's not gritty enough and it's sitting in too much emollients, and I feel like I'm just kind of like spreading this goop with like the occasional grit kind of scratching at my lips. that never works for me. This is like right in between. It is the perfect consistency. So it's sugar and coffee grounds, basically in this like a very non-sticky kind of like ointment. Oh my God, it smells like coffee. I just love anything that smells like coffee. And I feel like I can do it like sitting here. I don't have to do it over a sink. I can just like take a little bit out. I don't need that much. I've been using this fairly consistently. You can see that I don't even need that much. And I just kind of like, you know, just scrub my lips with it. With one finger, and then I just wipe it away with like a paper towel. That's it. It's so amazing. And then this, when I actually hauled this in my PR haul, I was not that jazzed about this. I was like, whatever. It's like any other kind of like lip balm. It has like a nice kind of texture to it, whatever. But what I didn't realize, I think because I was talking about all these different Frank Body products and they all smelled like coffee, I didn't realize that this also smells like coffee. Not quite as strong, obviously, as the body scrub, which is like literally just coffee grounds. Not quite as strong as the lip scrub, but there is like a faint coffee scent to this. So I've been using this lip balm quite a bit. I just love the scent of it, and it's a very nice lip balm. So this has been a super, super duo for me. So you know, a lot of the makeup that I've been using this past month is a lot of the makeup that I have been using the month before. So I don't want to spend too much time on like re-mentions. So the Tom Ford Traceless Stick Foundation, I feel like I've been reaching for this a lot because this is just a great travel companion. And again, I was in New York, so I packed this. And so I feel like I've just been using this for the majority of the month. So the Tom Ford Traceless Foundation Stick, the Hourglass Unlocked Palette. This was another one. It's such a great travel companion. So again, I feel like I've been using this for the majority of the month because I took it to New York with me. And the Sicily Stilo Lumiere in the shade number 2. So this is another one that I packed and just been using a lot this past month. What I do want to mention is the entire Chanel Holiday 2018 collection. All the pieces are amazing. The highlighter, absolutely gorgeous. I did a whole video on this collection. I will link it up here. I'll also try and remember to put a link down the description box to that video if you're interested, but this entire collection is impeccable. It's just gorgeous. This is the highlighter. I thought it was going to be too deep and too warm for me, but it actually works. I just love it. The 4 single eyeshadows are amazing. Like, I love all 4 of them. I was really trying to kind of pick and choose things from this collection, but every single piece in this collection I absolutely love, and it's small enough to mention all of them. So here are the single shadows. This is the Electrum Lame. Just gorgeous. Here is the Couvre Lame color. So this is like a copper color. And then here is like this blackened antique gold, like olive color. This is Vert Lame. And then last but not least is Noir Lame. And this one is not quite as shimmery as the others. This one is more of just sort of a silkened, sooty black color. So those are the 4 single powder shadows, and then they also came out with a limited edition Ombre Premier Shadow, Rose Lame. So I have that all over my lid, and then I layered the Vert Lame color just on the outer portion of my lid. So that's what you see on my eyes. So I didn't get a chance to use this Ombre Premier Shadow in my Chanel video dedicated to this collection, so I thought I would put it on today just to show you guys what it looks like. It's so beautiful. This whole collection is so beautiful. It was so well done. And then they also released 2 lip glosses, and I'm wearing the 808, can't remember the name of it. It's like bronze something, but I have that on my lips right now. And it's a bit more sheer than it appears in the tube, as you can see, but it gives my lips this really glossy look, obviously, but it kind of cools down my natural lip color. My lip color is actually pretty red. It's pretty pink. And so it cools it down. And then the other lip gloss, I think this was like Flaming Lips or something, but this is the color 812. And all of these pieces are limited edition, by the way. I think they're all still available, but this one I actually put on and wore in my video. And this is the most like outstanding red I have ever put on. It has a little bit of a metallic sheen on there. It's almost like Christmas wrapping paper red. It's just stunning. So all of the pieces that I purchased from this collection are great. I think there are some other things, some other lipsticks, like matte lipsticks that were part of this collection that I didn't pick up, but everything I picked up is amazing. I love every single piece. And then of course I have to mention the Natasha Denona Gold palette. I really love this palette. It's really, really beautiful, and it's been working really well with my Camel palette, which is the smaller 5-pan. I mentioned that last month. I was going to mention it again, which I should because I have been using it quite a bit this past month. But I really wanted to highlight this palette. It's just gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. Every single shade in here works really, really well. I love all the different textures in here. I just think Natasha Denona does such a good job setting up a palette and like really kind of covering all the different bases in one palette. The fact that she stuck to a theme like so closely, yet I feel like you can still get different looks from this palette. It's just really beautiful. Really, really beautiful. So I'm really enjoying this gold palette. Oh, the other thing, so I wanted to mention this actually last month because I've been using it for that long, completely forgot. So I'm still continuing to use it, so I thought I would mention it this month. This is the NARS Tinted Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. And I usually just end up using like concealer on my eyelids because I need a little bit of that pigment in there to kind of cancel out any discoloration that I have on my lids. And once I put concealer down and powder down, I always feel like putting down yet another sort of like eyeshadow primer on top is it's just a lot going on my eyelids before I even get to the eyeshadow. So I've been kind of cutting back on putting actual concealer on my eyelids and putting this on my eyelids instead to kind of act as a concealer and an eyeshadow base at once. And it's great. So the original, I want to say, because I have that, is a lot thicker and tackier than this. This is a little bit more fluid. It's not quite as serious as the original. I don't know how else to put it, but that one is like a serious eyeshadow base. That's like, you mean business. You're putting that down. It's thicker. It's not quite as easy to blend out as this one, and there's a bit more of a tackiness to it. This one I feel like is that eyeshadow base light, and that just works better for me because I don't need that much of like primer action down on my lids. So I've really been enjoying this. And then one lipstick that I've been loving that I haven't mentioned in any sort of recent favorites, but I did actually mention in my luxury lipstick roundup video that I did a couple days ago, is this Chantecaille Lip Veil. This formula is really, really wonderful, and I've been using this a lot the past month or so since I purchased this. It is so comfortable, and I have it in the color Baobab, and it's just great. It's so nourishing. When I take it off at the end of the day, it doesn't feel like I've had like a lipstick on all day. My lips don't feel dry. Like I don't feel like I need to put like a lip mask on that night. This has just been wonderful. So I'm planning on getting more shades. I feel like when I first purchased this, there weren't that many shades out, and it looks like they have quite a few now. So I'm really, really excited about that. And that's it for this month's or recent favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you've been enjoying down below in the comments section. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.